If you're planning to buy a new Android phone, don't spend $1 until you've watched this video, because one phone on this list delivers flagship performance for hundreds less, while another might be the smartest Android purchase you can make right now. We've ranked the 5 best Android phones available today, and trust me, the #1 spot might surprise you. Subscribe for more smart tech buying guides, and let's get started. Number 5, Nothing Phone 3A Pro. Let's start with a phone that proves something most brands don't want you to know. You don't need to spend flagship money to get a great smartphone experience. The Nothing Phone 3A Pro is built for people who are tired of paying extra for features they'll barely use. The first thing you'll notice is the design. In a market where almost every phone looks the same, this one actually stands out. But looks alone don't earn a spot on this list. What makes this phone special is how balanced it feels. The display is smooth, the software is clean, the battery easily gets through a full day, and everyday performance feels surprisingly fast. For social media, streaming, photos, messaging, and daily use, it handles almost everything effortlessly. Now here's the catch. If you're a hardcore gamer or someone who constantly pushes a phone to its limits, you'll eventually notice that it's not playing in the same league as the premium flagships. And while the cameras are impressive for the price, they're not beating the best camera phones on this list. But that's exactly why it's here. It gives most people 90% of the experience for a fraction of the cost. And speaking of performance, the next phone takes things to a completely different level. Number 4, OnePlus 13. If you've ever looked at a $1,000 smartphone and wondered, why is this so expensive? This phone might be your answer. The OnePlus 13 is one of those rare devices that makes you question the entire smartphone market. It's fast, ridiculously fast. Apps launch instantly, multitasking feels effortless, and gaming performance is among the best you'll find on any Android phone. But performance isn't the only reason people love it. Battery life is outstanding. Most phones make promises about lasting all day. This one actually delivers. And when it finally needs power, the charging speed feels almost unreal. You can go from worrying about your battery percentage to forgetting it was ever low in the first place. Of course, no phone is perfect. While the cameras are excellent, they're not always as consistent as the very best camera-focused devices. And some users still prefer the software experience offered by Samsung or Google. But if you're looking for maximum value without sacrificing flagship performance, this phone is incredibly hard to beat. However, what if you don't want a huge phone in your pocket? That's where our next pick shines. Number 3, Samsung Galaxy S25. Here's a phone that doesn't get enough credit. Somewhere along the way, smartphone companies convinced everyone that bigger automatically means better. Bigger screens, bigger batteries, bigger price tags. But not everyone wants to carry a mini tablet around all day. The Galaxy S25 is proof that a compact flagship can still deliver a premium experience. You get powerful performance, excellent cameras, a beautiful display, and Samsung's polished ecosystem in a device that's comfortable to use with one hand. That's becoming surprisingly rare. It's the kind of phone that quietly does everything well without demanding attention. The battery life is solid, though not class-leading. And yes, charging speeds could be better. But for many users, the smaller size alone makes those trade-offs worth it. It's practical, it's powerful, and it's one of the easiest phones to recommend. Still, if cameras are your #1 priority, the next phone is where things get serious. Number 2, Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. This phone is what happens when Samsung decides to hold absolutely nothing back. The Galaxy S25 Ultra isn't trying to be good at one thing. It's trying to be great at everything. And honestly, it comes very close. Let's talk cameras. The zoom capabilities alone are enough to impress almost anyone. Photos look stunning, videos are incredibly detailed, and the overall camera system is among the most versatile available today. Then there's the display. Bright, sharp, smooth, and absolutely beautiful. Add flagship performance, premium materials, and the built-in S Pen, and you have a device that can handle almost anything you throw at it. Here's what's interesting though. Many people buy this phone because of the camera, then end up loving it for completely different reasons. Productivity features, the display, the versatility, the fact that it feels like a phone and a computer combined. The biggest downside is obvious. It's expensive, and it's definitely not small. But if you're the type of person who wants the absolute maximum from a smartphone, few devices can compete. Yet, despite all that power, there's still one phone I'd recommend to most people. Number 1, Google Pixel 10 Pro XL. This is the phone that gets the crown. And the reason might surprise you. It isn't because it has the biggest battery. It isn't because it charges the fastest. And it isn't because it has the most powerful processor. It wins because it gets the overall experience right. The Pixel 10 Pro XL feels like a phone designed around the user rather than a spec sheet. Everything feels smooth. Everything feels intuitive. Everything simply works. The cameras consistently produce incredible photos with very little effort. The software experience is clean and refined. And unlike many AI features that feel like marketing gimmicks, Google's tools actually feel useful in everyday life. That's a bigger advantage than most people realize. The best smartphone isn't always the one with the most features. It's the one that makes your life easier. And that's exactly what the Pixel does. Of course, it's not perfect. Charging speeds aren't class-leading, and serious mobile gamers may find stronger options elsewhere. But for the average buyer looking for the best all-around Android experience, this is the phone I'd choose. So before you spend your hard-earned money, ask yourself one question. Do you really need the most expensive phone? Or do you need the phone that's actually right for you? Let me know which phone you'd pick in the comments. And if this ranking helped you get closer to the right choice, hit subscribe because we've got more tech comparisons, rankings, and buying guides coming your way.